Continuing on with the Laffite 44 interior, we are in the master aft cabin, observing the settee area that is adjacent to the bed. Obviously, all this could be transferred into a second bed if one needed to do so, but it's pretty nice how it is. That's the 1500 amp inverter Outback power system that is with the boat, as well as its the solar panel system there. You can find another EPIRB here. As you haven't noticed, the owner was very intent on safety. So much was spent on everything that could go wrong out in the blue, as well as what could go right. This hanging locker here, one of my favorites, because you have access there. This right here, this mirror. Let's go in. You can see more access indeed right here. Now, this fine corridor that I'm walking through, it is actually an aft head. An aft head cleverly disguised as a corridor. Did I really do that? One side, then the other. And here you have a private aft head for all your showering needs and anything else. For a head, it is extremely sizable. This is the top of the line compostable toilet the owner had put in. I'm not too sure the brand, but the owner did top of the line everything. So certainly it can be found out. He had that installed as well around 214, 215. This here is an example of the electrical that he had done about 2012, as well as all the new plumbing, which you might be able to see in here. Sorry for the lack of light. But that was the first thing he did. He ripped out all of the electrical, all the plumbing, had that completely redone. From our aft head / corridor, we make our way into the main living area of the Laffite, where you have the horseshoe layout for the galley on the port side, salon, and the thank you. You got the chart table on the left side. Again, new cushion on there. It was repainted headliner with new LED lights put in here as well. All windows were resealed as well. Just absolutely no leaks in this boat. Looking at the kitchen here. Galley, garbage. Sink that was put in. New stove. This gauge. There are so many gauges around here. I just absolutely love it. You can notice the woodwork on the cabinetry here. I'll just give you a sample of kind of how the cabinetry looks inside. So the story goes that the name of the Laffite, that the owners of the company, the Laffite company, had flown Mr. Perry down to Escondido, Mexico, where they were based out of San Diego, to have to wine and dine him as he went through the design of the boat. Now, he decided to name the boat after the wine country in France because of all the wining and dining they did in Mexico, which was the Laffite Marseille area in southern France. And as you can see, he even designed the interior to have kind of an upscale wine cellar type feel and influence to it. Something that I absolutely love. Again, excuse the mess here. More gauges. The freezer and refrigeration that he put in 2012. See the plates right here for the refrigeration. Move this aside. That closes right up. Freezer plate. And here as well. That is a deep well. 4 foot deep well. Very nice. Access, I just can't say enough. Just the different storage and access that you find throughout this boat. Other LEDs that he had put in. They are touch LEDs, by the way. Touch them off. Touch them on. You could even go blue. Super cool. Hanging lights as well. More of the upholstery that was done. Again, just 3 weeks ago, really. Just put in. The water maker under here looks to be about 20 gallons per hour. You can see here, this is some of the access to the bottom and through holes of the boat. This through hole was one of the several ones that he did have replaced. Another terrific thing. I mean, really what you have here is a owner who made this boat completely sea ready for the Big Blue. He spent all the money to get it there. Obviously, we'll never recoup that money back, but circumstances would have it, in this case, his sick mother. He could not do the journey that he hoped to. And so now he is looking for someone to pass the boat on because that's where it needs to go. This is something I completely did not see before, so I'm not too sure if it's something that Jeff Reedy, the shipwright, had put in, but it is absolutely astounding. Right here, some more hanging locker action. You see there's a pair of survival suits in there. Now, the survival suits and the ditch bag, I believe the owner is trying to sell separate. So, but I think with any full price offer, he would be happy to sell them with the boat. Can't guarantee, but certainly can make that request. Again, all the headliner redone here. New light here. Beautiful. Chain locker. In great shape. Chain's in excellent shape. Again, year-old, 2-year-old now. $20,000 windlass. Just amazing. And the front head here. Not as big, but equipped with shower as well. Jabasco, I'm going to guess, toilet, but complete new toilet rebuild. Again, it's 5 years old, but had been used very little. Freshwater flush. And this one just fires directly out the side. So it is used strictly for ocean-going vessels there. Put nothing in head but poop and pee, as you can see. The owner did make it as far as Mexico with this boat, which is why he has everything clearly labeled when his mother turned ill and he had to come back in. Now, this is really cool. So these are all the new chain plates that he had. And I really love, even though these are interior chain plates, just how accessible they are for any of the needs that should arise. That it will eventually arise, but not for a long time because these chain plates are in excellent condition. This right here, access to the engine. Another fabulous thing about this boat, excuse me while I get the lock in here. I could do better. This here is a 2015 Beta Marine 56 horsepower. he had put in by some mechanics in Port Townsend, and I could get you that information. He put this specific engine in. Not only is it a popular repower, Marinized Japanese tractor engine, but it is also all mechanical. So any failures of parts out in sea can easily be replaced plug and play without having to do any type of software replacement. See dual ray cores, extra gauges. There's your engine gauges. It's tough to read, but it's 921 hours that are on there. You can see these plates for the engine, the motor mounts. They are in absolutely astounding condition. Everything about this engine is ready to go. You also have some access to the side here, and then you have access in the back. Access to the back right here. Get you into the transmission. Okay, right there. Which purrs like an absolute kitten. This right here is access to the dripless shaft. It is down here. Ignition key right here. Turn that. Oop. I'm missing something. This is what I'm missing. Start battery. No. Oh wait, maybe I just turned the key. We'll have to come back to that. There's a way it starts right up, but I'm missing something. A disconnect, if you will. Speaking of that disconnect, let's look at the batteries. You'll see down here, you have 2 sets of 8Ds, among some others. Inverter, everything clearly labeled, and in terrific shape. These batteries put in new 6/18/2014. They have always been fully charged, so you are good with them for at least another 5 years, but I would guess even more. It also has a dedicated starter battery, as well as a dedicated windlass battery, and I'm probably missing something. Here is the control room here, paneling, Magnum charger. We didn't talk about it, but there's your air conditioning and cruise climate control. You'll see throughout the boat, we have several of these vents plumbed in and around. Back up here, speedometer, Garmin map, and a transponder as well there. Just built for safety, built for the different things that might go wrong and encounter out at sea. This boat is completely ready to go. I'm not even too sure if it needs bottom paint. Sort of the last part and signature part of these designs was the second access that you have. If you are not going out the back, then you can go out the front here in the kitchen. It is actually a lot of fun to have this exit here. I've heard a lot of people say, well, I don't know, but I will tell you, it is a lot of fun to come out this side. So that is the tour of the 1980 Laffite 44. Please press like below or come and check it out. $96,000 for sale in Bellingham/Seattle.